People are getting started on things a lot sooner. You got like 9-year-old Indian chess grandmasters, 13-year-olds are winning Olympic gold in skateboarding. You had that 8-year-old girl that stole her mom's car and drove to Target the other day. And I also consider myself something of a young starter. Unfortunately for me, I started balding at a young age. And I think my friends and family were sort of scared to tell me about it. And the first time I really remember realizing that something was up was sophomore year of high school. A girl on my swim team told me that I looked like Toby Flenderson from The Office. And thinking back, it would have been nicer of her to say, reminded me of, because then it could have been like a personality thing or like the way I talked. But I'm honestly not sure if she was really trying to spare my feelings. And I remember going home, and I was trying to figure out some way that that could have been a compliment. And I'm not sure if you've ever Googled Toby Flenderson hot before, but you might as well be looking up abstinence lectures on Pornhub. Just a big no results return. And one of the worst parts for me, other than the decade of crippling anxiety and, like feeling bad about myself, is going in to get a haircut. It kind of feels like you're doing work on a totaled car. Like, you should just let it go, but you don't have the money to fix it, so you just keep going back. At my last haircut appointment, the lady asked me if I was sure if I didn't want to grow it out a little bit more. It's like, that's the whole fucking problem. And she also asked me when I was done if I wanted to see the back, which also, like, no, not really. And it also frustrates me a little bit that it costs the same amount of money for me and a normal person. Because, like, you wouldn't charge a guy with one tooth the same price as a dentist. And I sort of feel like I should get a percentage off based on the amount of, just based on the amount of hair that I'm missing. Like a lot of lonely people, I've been looking into getting a cat recently. And I've only run into two problems. One, my roommates, my parents, they don't want one. And I'm also allergic to cats. But I have seen that the Sphinx cats, like the hairless ones, those ones are hypoallergenic, because I guess a lot of the allergen is like in the fur. And honestly, I used to think those cats were pretty ugly. But with my current situation in mind, I'm not really sure I'm in a place to judge. And honestly, I feel like it could be a nice bit of companionship. It's a little bit like if you have a friend who's going through chemo and you shave your head, you guys are sort of there for each other a little bit. I used to be more of a dog fan, and I still like dogs, but I'm really turned off by dog people. I had a friend who adopted a dog, and the way that she talks about it, you'd think he just got back from his 10th tour in Fallujah. And she has all these rules, like, don't pet him the wrong way, no loud movements, no loud noises, no sudden movements, don't look him in the eyes. And now I'm like involved in this whole thing. If I wanted to go on vacation with someone with PTSD that I couldn't look in the eyes, I'd break my grandpa out of his retirement home. And the other thing that really bothers me about it is like they all do this dumb baby voice, and I get it, like I guess dogs respond better to it. But especially when you couple it with some of the commands she was trying to teach it was just really awkward. And I remember I was just hanging out, and I just hear from the other room, "Goosey, come." "Oh my God, great, come, Goosey." And then her boyfriend got into it, and he said, I will never forget this. He said, "Only come when Daddy tells you." At which point, I had to take him aside. I was like, dude, I've seen these videos. And I feel like I'm awkward around dogs in the same way that I'm awkward around kids. Like, I have a hard time engaging them on their level. And I don't spend a lot of time hanging out with kids, which is good. And the last time I can remember is one of my friends wanted to go laser tagging for her birthday. So we had a group of like 10 of us, and we all went to laser tag, which was good, because in a group, you're not going to get profiled as a predator for going to laser tag. You're just going to get profiled as a loser. And the way that it worked out, it was us and a group of 10-year-olds who were also there for a birthday party. And they sort of split them apart, sort of like so that it wouldn't just be adults versus kids. So the kids were talking to me, and I didn't really know what to say. But the kid looked at me like a dumbass when I asked him what he did for work. But honestly, I find that the questions that the kids ask you are oftentimes worse than the questions that you're asking them. Like, they seem really blunt. Like, they don't have the part of their brain developed yet that lets them lie to you. And it always ends up the same way for me, is they ask me how old I am, because everyone gets that. And I'll tell them, oh, I'm 26. And they'll sort of sit there and they'll think about it for a second. And you can see them processing. Aren't you too young to look like that? And then I'm right back where I've started. Thank you guys so much.
At the Love Shack,